Hello guys, this is Drew.W here and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to continue the discussion from last time about the lack of supply of Pokemon cards in Japan, but we're going to be solely focusing on the supply at convenience stores. And we've got our usual guest, Chappie.
Hey guys.
Yeah, welcome Chapman. So yeah, the convenience store is a huge influencer on the lack of supply. There's a lot of corruption, there's a lot of greed, there's stuff internally that that we're unaware of. Well, we're aware of, but a lot of other people are not aware of, and I guess we'd like to touch upon that today. So where do we get started with this then, Chapman? Because this is a huge topic.
Yeah, well, I guess we can talk about the recent trends of the packs in convenience.
So we did mention in the last video about obviously how a few years back, we
Yeah.
were easily able to get the packs.
Right.
They were
yeah.
always available. You could go in the store and, if there were packs there, they weren't just going to disappear in a matter of seconds, right?
Yeah,
There weren't going to be like people just, swarming around and just grabbing all the packs out. You had an opportunity to buy them. But now they're just not there altogether.
yeah.
Or they were there, but there's something going on internally that we don't know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, would you like to touch up a bit more then on the trend? Is there anything else you want to add about that?
Yeah, so I noticed with the last couple of sets, after the first day, the availability of packs it completely disappears. And like even on the first day,
Yeah.
maybe like it disappears like in the midnight. Because some shops, some stores, they sell it at like 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, and then like for some reason they only have like one or maximum two boxes. And I think the reason why they have only like one or two boxes is because the owner actually hoards the rest of the supply.
Yeah, I mean it's a strong theory, because as we mentioned in the previous video, obviously if the card is very expensive or obviously if the set is really popular and everyone wants to buy it, it's essentially, it's free money for the convenience store if they just keep it for a month or a couple of months. As you said, it's like a guaranteed 2x in value. You could sell it online, you could sell it to some insider who, maybe, I mean, I'm not suggesting that Japanese YouTuber from the last video does it, but who knows, right? Some YouTubers maybe get their supply from these convenience stores. Who knows, right? We're never going to know for sure, but it certainly is, strong suggestion.
Yeah, so I find it like oddly suspicious that these days, like even if the Pokemon company announces a reprint of certain sets, I find it oddly suspicious that like majority of the convenience stores don't have it.
Yeah, which is very suspicious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Considering they used to have them.
Exactly. I remember the beginning of the year, it was still easy to get sets like Time Gazer or Space Juggler.
My favorite set.
Yeah, or even Starbirth.
Yeah. Wow, that was majorly reprinted.
Yeah.
That was one of the ones that I felt was quite fair. Like I felt like there was some convenience stores that sold it, especially around me. Starbirth was alright, and obviously, Space and Time were, relatively available.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think something's definitely going on, and I really would love to get to the bottom of it. But there's definitely some insider. Maybe someone that works at the convenience store knows, and that person just goes to the store at that time and just grabs it, or they just keep it aside and sell it to that person. Because these convenience stores are like kind of privately owned, right? Like,
they just buy the franchising rights.
Exactly. Yeah. So they can do whatever they want, really. Well, to some degree. Well, that's a questionable one.
They're technically not allowed to like keep it for themselves.
It does say not for resale, doesn't it, on the box? But yeah.
Yeah. But then how's Pokemon Company to track all the convenience stores? There's so many convenience stores in Japan. They're not gonna like waste their time. Like, hey, did you sell? Fairly?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of. I think there's not enough clarity on like what convenience stores should do, because obviously there was the other issue about the seal on the boxes, right? So when you buy a box, if you get it from from a card shop, the staff is supposed to rip the seal off,
right,
to ensure that it's not a sealed product anymore, which encourages obviously the consumer to open it. But obviously, if the seal is kept on, it can be technically resold at full value, or even higher, because it's a sealed product. And some convenience stores, they don't actually take off the seals.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't know what they're doing.
Right, it's like, remember when I found a V-Star Universe box that was sealed?
Yeah, and the lady didn't take off the seal.
Yeah.
They're not informed properly about that. That's another video in itself. But
yeah, so like... Yeah, that was like on opening day too. And
yeah.
Of course, it was a no-brainer to grab it, because...
For sure.
Yeah, I think now a sealed box of V-Star is like, what, like 10,000 yen?
Exactly. So it's a 2x, which is what we just said earlier, right?
A 2x in not even a year, like on the opening day.
Which is something that you can't even get from, well, I mean, some stocks or some, cryptocurrencies or other ways to earn money. Like, I guess, there are some passive income that can get you a 2x. And it's very unusual that you can get that so easily from, Pokemon cards of all things. Right?
Like, for all we know, right? The convenience store owners could have just sold it off, like, on the internet.
Well, that's the thing, right? Because on, for example, Mercari, right, which is the Japanese online marketing place, for secondhand and new items. It's kind of like, I guess it's like eBay, isn't it?
Yeah.
So on there, right, like people can create accounts so easily. Like, it's not like eBay where like when you do it, you have to like provide all your details and everything, right? People can create accounts on that so easily. So like, there's no evidence really of like who's the owner and all the other bits in between, regarding the transaction.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, if you are, a profound seller that does it all the time,
right,
and they're keeping track of it, but like, it's so easy to just make an account and sell it, and there'd be no evidence that it belonged to you in the first place.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things really.
Yeah, or they can just sell it to card shops. Card shops buy the box. Not at like the 2x price, but like they still buy it like if it's scarce.
For sure, right?
So like there's really no risk, aside from, I don't know, earthquakes or fires.
For sure. For
holding the product.
For sure, right? Yeah.
It's like pretty much like a guaranteed way of making money for a lot of people.
Yeah, and it's not really like taxable either.
Yeah, it's very, let's just say Pokemon cards or Pokemon card products.
Yeah.
Very liquid.
Yeah.
Very, very liquid in Japan.
Because obviously it's not like crypto where it doesn't have any physical form, right? Some cryptos have like use cases, right? But like with Pokemon cards, it's something physical that you can hold in your hand. It's very easy to sell it off.
Yeah.
Because it's always someone that wants that card, right? And it's also playable. Sometimes they're playable.
Right, yeah.
That's another factor.
Yeah.
So
that's two use cases. It holds value. Well, like if you know which cards, like Charizard, Pikachu. The waifus.
Exactly. Any of the trainer support cards, the cute ones. Like it doesn't take a lot to research about it, does it? Really?
Yeah.
Because the sets are smaller. It's not like, like the English sets where loads of sets are bundled together, right? It's more, I wouldn't say it's more difficult, but it's like, I guess the mentality is this small card, it's more difficult to pull like the real top chase card, right? Whereas in the Japanese, there's like less cards in the set, right? So I guess people think, wow, there's definitely going to be someone that wants to buy it for that potential chance to pull the chase card. Like the Kai from Space Juggler.
Yeah.
Or something like that. is there anything else, I guess, to talk about on this topic?
I think that's pretty much it. Like, to summarize,
Yeah.
the lack of packs these days from convenience stores just comes down to the store owner hoarding all the supply.
Yeah. Which is,
I know it's a speculation.
most likely true.
Yeah, it's all speculation, but it's just speculation. The timing of it.
Yeah.
And also, like, I do know they have a lot of supply because less popular sets like Pokemon Go and Dark Phantasma, I could see like maybe at least a carton's worth.
Yeah, for sure, right. Those ones in the beginning, they were really like desirable, and then as people pulled the cards they wanted, less people were buying it.
Yeah.
So if other sets are the same, then surely there should be some available.
Yeah,
not just
how it works,
zero.
Right? When they get crates, I'm pretty sure every convenience store gets a crate, which is at least like what, 10 to 12 boxes or so.
Yeah, if they win the lottery, I think the convenience stores get entered into a lottery system.
Oh right, yeah.
Like a raffle or something. Yeah. So they get a crate, yeah.
Yeah, they get a crate. And on day one, they only like put out 1 or 2 boxes.
And they're probably the searched ones. They probably, open the boxes until they get the chase card or whatever.
Or no, they don't even have to do that. They just sell whatever and then hold the rest.
Yeah.
Because that's like, less risky, right?
Again, it doesn't matter, right? Because, until they're open, you're not going to know what's inside.
Yeah.
As I said, goes back to the point about like the chase card. As long as there's a chance to pull an expensive card, it's always going to be sellable on the online market or like, at the card shops or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot more videos like this where we kind of link them to other videos. So stay tuned for that. So, yeah, please listen out for future videos. And obviously, again, thank you very much for being here with me today, Chapman.
Yep.
And giving your
Always
contribution. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, really, really like to hear your input on the situation, and hopefully we'll get some other YouTubers in on it in the future as well, with their views, because they can widen our own perspective on the situation as well. So. All right, well, in any case, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and comment if you can. But until next time, wherever you are, have a lovely day. So see you soon.